everybody, this is Albert. Once again, my soccer football video blog. So, last week we had some interesting things going on with the U.S. national team. Let's cover that real quick. And some other stuff that happened over the weekend. I posted the blog before the announcement of Jurgen Klinsmann's 23-man roster. The big drama with that roster was that Landon Donovan was not included. Julian Green was included, and that caused a whole big ruckus. The son of Jurgen Klinsmann on Twitter posted a controversial tweet that said, basically laughing at Landon Donovan, that he didn't know he was just ha 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 on Twitter, saying that Landon Donovan, he didn't know Landon Donovan got cut, and that he was sort of just laughing at him. And then later on he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend." And then later on his Twitter account was disabled and deleted. Probably his dad got on him. The interesting thing with that is pretty much shows that there's some issues between the Klinsmann family and Landon Donovan, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But I can understand his age. I think he went on a little vacation last year from the national team. I don't know if that was something that offended Jurgen. Then everything on Twitter was going crazy. The media, journalists were giving their opinion on Landon Donovan and his 5 goals that he scored in World Cups, as opposed to pretty much a team that's really young that Jurgen called up. Already talked about Julian Green and his less than a half of a playing time with the national team. He plays in 4th division, or used to. Apparently he was called up to a sub for the first team, but never plays. But anyway, later on, I think Friday, or maybe it was Monday, Jurgen Klinsmann goes on a press conference and talks about it. And they ask him about his son, and he says his son respects Landon, and everyone in his family respects Landon, that there's no problem, that it was just a mistake that his son did on Twitter, that he got angry at him, chastised him, whatever, but that they fully respect him and they have no issues with him. And so I just figured that's a big lie, because why would he post that in the first place if there wasn't something behind the scenes? So he's just trying to cover that up. So that was the big issues with the national team for the United States. On Saturday, there was an awesome game for the Champions League final. Real Madrid was down 1-0 to Atletico de Madrid, and that was a pretty good game. At the end, Atletico was getting real tired. They were just defending these attacks from Real. So eventually you had to know something was going to go down, and it did. They scored a tying goal in the 93rd minute. That sent them into extra time. Real Madrid then scores 2 more goals on them to take the victory. There were some issues at the end where one of the Real Madrid players said something or gloated. I don't know exactly. It didn't show really. And Simeone, the coach for Atletico, got really riled up and everything. He got kicked out because he ran on the field trying to fight somebody. Barani, I think it was the guy's name who did something. But anyway, that was a really good match. There's a video out there showing the reactions from all over the world. I think there was even a wedding that for their reception they were watching the whole game and videotaped the celebration. So there's a compilation out there of all the videos from different celebrations that people had when the tying goal came in, because they were pretty much done. So check that out. Now, this week, Mexico today, that's why I got this scarf on, Mexico scarf, plays Israel as in their going away game in Estadio Azteca, and then they're going to continue their tour in the United States friendlies to prepare for the World Cup. Last night, the United States played some team as their Cuauh or something. They played them in a friendly. They were missing Clint Dempsey and, of course, Landon. I think somebody else they were missing. Clint Dempsey, I think, is injured, slight injury. But anyway, they ended up going 0-0 at the half. And I wasn't really impressed with their performance. They were attacking, they were getting some good shots, but let the other team a little bit have some chances as well. Then in the second half they came on and got some fumbling mistakes from the other team, got a couple of goals to win at 2-0. So the United States, I think, was lacking in a little bit of their performance, but they were missing some players, so and give that excuse. We'll have to see what continues to happen for them. The one thing tonight is the Mexico versus Israel game, and as part of their going away from Mexico City, they are going to, I guess, pay homage to Cuauh Blanco and let him actually play maybe 18 or 20 minutes in this game, sort of as their leader, and continue on to pay respect to him. Now, this is something that I found that was interesting. This sort of happened a long time ago with La Volpe in Puebla when they gave going away to Cuauhtémoc, and now it's happening differently, but sort of the same again. The thing I don't understand is this is a World Cup preparation game. I know there's a ton more other games that they have scheduled, so there's plenty of other opportunities, but if this is a prep game for the World Cup, why are they having, and I'm a big fan of Cuauhtémoc, but why are they having Cuauhtémoc, who's not even going to the World Cup, even play when they could be evaluating and taking things seriously with other players, checking out other players, seeing actually who's going to be starting, who's going to be the top subs, who's in form, who's ready to go. Cuauh said everyone's starting from zero, so everyone's starting from zero, but they got some other guy who's going to play 0 minutes in the World Cup, Cuauhtémoc, playing this friendly. But that's their decision. We'll see what happens. Another thing that's been annoying me, and I don't have no problem with people, like dudes taking selfies. There's this picture on the internet about tips for men taking selfies, and it pretty much tells men to put the phone lower, and then put the phone on a table and don't take selfies. But Miguel Herrera seems to be in love with selfies. He's infecting the whole national team, who's probably already in love with them as well. But this sun is nailing me. But in their handing off of the flag yesterday in Mexico City, they were going crazy. They were all in suits, ready for their team picture in front of the goal. They took the team picture in front of the goal. The team picture that I saw, everyone was standing straight, professional-like, but in the back they had Memo Ochoa and 2 other dudes taking a selfie in the back. I don't know if that was the actual, that's just probably one that I saw and not really the official one, but it's crazy. I never saw any official one where they're all, acting postured up and ready for the picture, but then in other occasions, Miguel Herrera was taking selfies with everybody, and even the president of Mexico was in a selfie with them. So it's just Twitter blowing up with Mexican national team selfies, which was, quite dumb, in my opinion. 1 or 2 every now and then from Gio or Jonathan Dos Santos, those are the typical guys. Hector Moreno. Follow these guys on Instagram, you'll see that they love their selfies. Gio. Chicharito, not so much. He actually posts legit things. Anyway, that's mainly what I wanted to talk about this episode. Tonight's Mexico game. I might come out with another one tomorrow on their performance, and we'll see what else is going on. The U.S. national team, of course, has been big in the news lately with this Landon Donovan absence. Landon Donovan actually came out and said that he thought he should be on the team, is sort of a little bit hurt, disappointed. But I mean, he's professional. He'll support the national team. But I think there's something behind the scenes with him and Jurgen Klinsmann. So, check you guys later. Follow me on Twitter, Beto_ATX, and comment whatever you want on the YouTube channel. Later.